Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel SK Classes, and today we will see in detail about the monohybrid cross. Okay, firstly see the definition of monohybrid cross. Yes, a cross between two pure, that is homozygous parents in which inheritance pattern of only one pair of contrasting character is studied is called monohybrid cross. Okay, so here the cross between two pure in the sense of what? Homozygous, they have same type of gametes. Okay, so actually here mono stand for single, so here one pair of contrasting character is studied, so that's why it is known as monohybrid cross. Means it is a cross between two pure, that is true breeding parents differing in a single pair of contrasting characters. Okay, now see in short the 7 pair of contrasting characters, okay, that we had already learned in previous lecture. Yes, first that is seed shape, round wrinkle, seed color, yellow green, then flower color, purple white, flower position, axial terminal, then plant height, tall, short, pod shape, inflated, constricted, and pod color, green and yellow. Okay, so these are the different contrasting characters, 7 pair of contrasting characters. Whenever we cross a single pair of contrasting characters, then it will be the monohybrid cross. Okay, so with the help of this dominant and recessive character, yes, we can easily solve the monohybrid cross with the help of Punnett square or checkerboard. Okay, so Mendel did various crosses of monohybrid cross by followed by the various steps. Okay, so see what are that steps are there. Step 1, that is Mendel first selected pure tall pea plant, okay, as a female parent, and pure dwarf pea plant as a male parent. Okay, so female, that is tall plant, and male, that is dwarf one. Okay, then these he confirmed that they are true breeding by selfing them for 3 generations. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, that is tall female and of male. Second step was he then performed artificial cross, collected seeds, that sowed the seeds and waited for the result. Okay, he was expecting that the offsprings that is in F1 generation, that is the hybrids one, will either be of intermediate height of 50% of tall and 50% of dwarf. Okay, but to his surprise he found that all were tall. Okay, so then he started thinking where the dwarfness has gone. Okay, so many questions are arise in his mind. Why and how it got eliminated? It is eliminated forever or not? Are the tall offspring similar to the parents of the tall? Yes, so to find out this answer he proceed further. Okay, so what he did in third step, that is he allowed selfing of all the hybrids, collected the seeds, sowed the seeds, and yes, waited for the result. He found that dwarfness reappeared in some plants. In all he has collected near about 1064 seeds are there of F2 generation. From this near about 787 grew tall and 277 remained dwarf. Okay, so then he thought that it may be due to female dominance, that is tallness was with ovules and dwarfness with that is the tiny pollen grains. Okay, so he performed the reciprocal cross, that is now he selected tall plant as a male and dwarf plant as a female. Okay, so and repeated the procedure. He got similar results, that is all tall plants in F1 generation, and yes, dwarf exactly approximately in 3:1 ratio in F2 generation. Okay, so in this manner he did monohybrid crosses and reciprocal crosses with all the 7 pair of contrasting characters. Okay, that is whatever the 7 pair of contrasting characters are there. Okay, he did all the experiment with this 7 pair of contrasting characters. Okay, that is only one of the 2 characters was expressed in F1 generation, and in F2 generation the characters which was expressed in F1 was in large number. Okay, so and the other in small number, and the ratio is yes 3:1. So this is called monohybrid ratio, And yes, in all Mendelian crosses it is 3:1 only. Okay, so these are the different steps which are followed by the Mendel's for his monohybrid cross. Okay, now see in detail how the monohybrid cross is. See in this figure, yes, Mendel started with pure lines, that is true breeding plants. Okay, tall and dwarf plant. Phenotypes, the appearance means which we can see with our naked eyes, tall and dwarf plant. Okay, genotypes, that is the factors of inheritance, capital TT and small tt. Yes, then during gamete formation what happened, the factors separate and only one enters in each gamete. Okay, means thus pure parents will produce only one type of gametes, that is tall parents plant will produce all gametes with capital T and dwarf with, yes, small t. Okay, so therefore all F1 generation offsprings, that is hybrids one, are with capital T and small t. Okay, so due to the dominance they all grow tall, thus all plants are tall in F1 generation. Okay, once again we repeat, yes, the parents plants, that is tall and dwarf. Okay, that is phenotype we can see with our naked eyes, and the genotype capital TT small tt. Okay, the gamete will be formed, segregation will be occur, capital TT for tall and small tt for dwarf. Okay, after crossing will be there. So what happened, they form the heterozygous tall plant, capital T small t. All the plants were heterozygous one. Okay, and they are tall in F1 generation. Okay, now see, this is the cross with Punnett square or checkerboard method. Yes, very simple one. That is tall plant, capital TT, dwarf plant, small tt. Okay, these are the parents plant. Then all the plants were, yes, in F1 generation they are tall, but they are the heterozygous one. Okay, so this is with the help of what, Punnett square. Okay, now we will see what happened in the F2 generation. Okay, now see for the F2 generation what exactly happened with this pure tall plant. As we know that the pure tall and dwarf, they form the heterozygous tall in F1 generation. So next what happened, Mendel allowed selfing of F1 hybrids. Okay, so whatever the hybrids are formed, that is in the form of, yes, capital T and small t, then Mendel allowed selfing of F1 hybrids as the factors separate during gamete formation. Yes, means in F1 hybrids will produce two types of gametes in equal proportion. Okay, that is 50% capital T and 50% small t. Similarly, 50% of female gamete will be with capital T and 50% with small t. Okay, so as we know that pea flower are bisexual one. Okay, so there will be random fusion and each type of male gamete has equal chance to fuse female gamete with capital T or small t and vice versa. Okay, so this chance fusion will produce 2 into 2, that is nothing but what, 4 combinations which fall into 3 categories. That is, there are 3 different genotypes. 1 out of every 4 is capital TT pure tall, 2 are hybrid, that is capital T and small t tall, and again only 1 is small t, that is dwarf, as shown in the above, yes, graphic representation. Okay, so here there's only 1 out of 4, that is 25% of the F2 generation offspring will receive small t from both the parents. Okay, so therefore will be dwarf. So thus the recessive triad appear in F2 generation, and the ratio of dominant and recessive is, yes, 3:1. Okay, so however all tall plants of F2 generations are not same. Yes, only 1/3 are pure tall and 2/3 are hybrid tall. Yes, and dwarfs are always pure, as recessive triad cannot be expressed in the presence of dominant allele. Okay, so the ratio of pure tall is to hybrid tall is to dwarf, that is 1:2:1. This is called genotypic ratio, but the phenotypic ratio is 3:1, is called monohybrid ratio. So thus the monohybrid ratio is defined as the phenotypic ratio of different type of offspring, that is dominant and recessive, obtained in F2 generation. Which generation? That is F2 generation of a monohybrid cross. So it is 3:1 in all Mendelian crosses. Whatever the characteristics are there, whatever the traits are given, yes, the monohybrid ratio is always 3:1 in F2 generation. Okay. See here another example of monohybrid cross. Yes, here a single triad, that is nothing but what? Yellow green. That is the color of seed. Yes, yellow is dominant here. That is phenotype yellow and green. Okay, genotypes are nothing but what? Capital YY and small yy. Okay, further the gametes will be formed. As we know that the pure parents will produce only one type of gamete. So here one type of gamete. In case of yellow, that is capital Y, and in case of green, small y. Okay, so what happened in F1 generation? Okay, here all plants were, yes, yellow one. So in F1 generation, the offsprings, that is hybrids, are nothing but what? Capital Y, small y, that is nothing but yellow. Due to the dominance, they all grow yellow. Okay, thus all plants are yellow in F1 generation. Okay. Now in F2 generation, what happened after the selfing of F1 generation? Here we got, yes, 3 yellow and 1 green. Okay, among that 1 pure yellow, 2 hybrid yellow and 1 green. Okay, so that is ratio 1:2:1 genotypic ratio, and phenotype 3:1. Okay. Now see another example of flower color. Purple and white color flowers are there. Purple capital PP, white small pp. Gametes will be formed capital PP and small pp. Okay, so in F1 generation all plants were, yes, purple in color, that is heterozygous, capital P and small p. Now see after the selfing of F1 generation, that is a purple flower with purple flower, that is hybrid one, capital P small p, yes, with capital P and small p. So what happened in F2 generation? Here now 1 pure purple color, 2 hybrid purple color, and yes, 1 recessive white. Okay, so 3:1 is the ratio. So these are the different examples of monohybrid cross. We will see in detail about the dihybrid cross in our next lecture. Okay then, bye bye. Thank you.